Hey everybody, what's going on? Canadian Flash here, guys, and today, everybody, we are going to be doing a super fun, get to know every mob video in Hytale. This is going to be a long one, guys, so if you guys really do enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and comment stuff down below. It will honestly mean the world to me. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. I am, 80 away from 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys can help me reach that goal, hopefully by the end of this month, by the end of October, that would be awesome, and I would be so grateful for every single one of you guys that can help me reach that. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm probably going to be doing some type of giveaway or something. Who knows? But let's just do it. In this video, we're going to talk about every single mob in Hytale that has been released, every faction in Hytale, and every boss in Hytale. So let's get right into this. By the way, these are going to be in alphabetical order for all you OCD people.
Calling all the monsters. Calling all the hard thumbs and you jump. Coming down with goosebumps. You dare to go there? I'ma get your soul.
First, we have the antelope, which should be found in Zone 2. Next up is the bat, who should be found in any other zone. After that, we have the boar, which should be found in Zone 1, or Emerald Grove. Next up is the cacti, which should be found in Zone 2. Then we have the cat, which should be found in probably any zone, most likely Zone 1. Then we got the catfish, probably Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, maybe in the oceans. After that, we got the cattle, which can be seen in Zone 1, maybe Zone 2, or Zone 3. After that, we got the cave rex, which can be seen in Zone 4. We have the chicken, which will be seen in Zone 1. The clownfish, just like the regular catfish, can be seen probably Zone 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, you never know. We have the crab, which most is likely going to be seen on any type of beaches in the game, so probably Zone 1, Zone 2. After that, we have the crawler, which most likely will be seen in Zone 3. The crocodile, which we don't know much about, but it looks like it's a Zone 2 animal in this picture right here. We have the crow, which will probably be in any zone. The deer, most likely in Zone 1. The Dimetrodon, which will probably be in Zone 4, and it's also a type of dinosaur. The dog, most likely in Zone 1. We have dragons, so we have the ice dragon, that's going to be Zone 3. We have the duck, which most likely will be Zone 1. Elves, not really too sure, they could be a faction too. Emberwolf, which most likely will be Zone 4, or on Thorb Island, which is one of the planets, another Hytale planet. We have the fawn, which is Zone 3, which is what I believe that the Outlanders are afraid of. Fence Stalker, which I believe is Zone 1, maybe Zone 2. Barons, 100% Zone 2. Fish, obviously just Zone 1, 2, 3, 4, who never knows. Flamingo, most likely in Zone 1 and Zone 2. The fox, you will definitely see in Zone 1. The frog, probably Zone 1. The giant white spider, I'm assuming Zone 1, maybe Zone 3, could be Zone 2 in the caves, you never know. Goblins, definitely going to be any zone. The golem, probably going to be on one of, what's that planet? Numdrazzle, I am feeling where the Gaia's planet is going to be, so Numdrazzle. The grizzly bear, definitely going to be a Zone 1 mob. We've seen pictures and videos of him sleeping with Torx in the past. The horse, we've seen them in Zone 1 and Zone 2, so they can be anywhere. Humans, which is us, we can go in any zone. Hyenas, definitely in Zone 2. Ice dragon, I'm assuming, is going to be Zone 3. The jackalope, which is a bunny rabbit, will be Zone 1. Could be also Zone 3, because there are some winter rabbits in Canada, so. We have the Clop, most likely going to be in Zone 1 around Emerald Grove and all that stuff. The Kraken, I'm just feeling any type of ocean, probably going to be Zone 3, Zone 2 maybe. Quebec's definitely 100% Zone 1 mobs. I'll go into detail with the factions after. The Macaque, oh god, Macaque, oof, that's funny. Macu, Zone 4 mob, it's going to be in the caves. The Man of War, again, another ocean animal, could be in any zone. The Meerkat, definitely a Zone 2 animal. The moray eel, once again, another underwater creature. The mouse, we have seen it in Zone 3. Outlanders, obviously, are in Zone 3. The owl, you've seen it in all the zones, but I would say owl's most likely to be in Zone 1 and Zone 3. The parrot, definitely in some more tropical environments, so I'm going to go with Zone 1. The pig, definitely Zone 1. Pigeon, probably any zone. The pike, any underwater area. The piranha, any underwater area. Polar bear, definitely Zone 3. Prehistoric chicken, that's going to be in Zone 4 in the caves. The pufferfish is going to be in any type of ocean, same as the rainbow trout, any type of ocean. The ram, oh by the way, Poggle, I didn't forget about you, pufferfish squad, let's go. The ram, definitely going to be a Zone 3 mob. You see it in the trailer fighting the Yeti in Zone 3. The raptor, we assume, is going to be in Zone 4 with all the cave wrecks and the Dimetrodon. The rat, we've seen it in caves, so it probably can be in zone 1, 2, 3, 4 caves, anything like that. The Regal Tang fish, which is also looks like Dory, is going to be any ocean underwater. Saber-tooth tiger, we've seen it in zone 2 hunting antelope. The Sand Empress, not sure what that is yet, but it is in zone 2. The Scarax in zone 2. Sharks anywhere underwater, I'm assuming probably zone 1, 2, 3, 4. Sheep, definitely zone 1. Skeletons, every single zone. There are certain skeletons per each zone. Slothian, I'm assuming they're going to be in zone 1, but they can also be in zone 4, not too sure. Snails, you just see them in a cave, so it could be any cave around any of the worlds. The snake, most likely going to be in zone 2, you see it with the Farons. Sparrow, probably going to be in any zone also. Spider, probably any cave. There's also a void spider, which we'll get to that later. Tetrabird, probably going to be zone 3. Tworks, I said it right this time. I know you guys get mad when I say Torks. It's a silent R, by the way. Tworks, probably most likely going to be the zone 1 mob, and it's basically conserved to be the zone 1 mob. Varen spawn, probably going to be anywhere, most likely zone 3. Void Dragon, I'm assuming zone 4, or maybe on a different planet like the Nexus or Thorbalin or something like that. The Void Eyes, going to be anywhere, most likely zone 3. Void Spawn, we've seen them in zone 2. Void Spider, we've seen, I'm assuming the Void Spider is going to be the main boss in zone 1. Like, I know we have Chieftain, the chief of the Tworks, the Tworks. But then we have the Void Spider, which I'm assuming is going to be the bigger boss of zone 1 in the caves. We have the Vulture, probably going to be in zone 2. Warthog, also in zone 2. The Wolf, probably going to be a zone 3 mob, but you can also see it in zone 1 with the Tworks. The Woodpecker, definitely a zone 3 mob, and the Yeti, going to be a zone 3 mob. And last but not least, the Zombie. We have seen in like custom gameplay that it is in zone 2, so I'm going to label it as a zone 2 mob. Alright guys, now this is the part where we take a look at the factions in Hytale, and once again we're going to go by zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and zone 4. So in zone 1, we have the Quebecs. As you guys know, the Quebecs are the fun-loving guys that you meet in zone 1. They're the cute little tree people that grow, and once they grow, they go into like a tree, and then they plant their seeds, and then more Quebecs grow after that. They're most likely to be the first type of encounter that you get in the game, and you can probably work alongside the Quebecs just to get their to gain their trust and everything. But remember, do not bring an axe into a Quebec village. Next up, the combatants in zone 1 is going to be the Tworks. The Tworks are a troll orc faction that you guys meet in zone 1. These are all going to be brief breakdowns, by the way. They are a troll orc faction that you meet in zone 1, and they will definitely try to kill you and all that stuff. It is not good to fight them, but when you have the good enough gear, make sure you take them on. There are a bunch of different types of Tworks. There's a chieftain, there is the shaman, there is the hunter, the warrior, and all that stuff. So you guys don't want to fight them, and chieftain is probably going to be a hard beginner boss to beat in Hytale. Number 2, in zone 2 we have the Scarax. So the Scarax are a bug-like, disgusting faction in Hytale. I'm assuming that the brood mother that they have is going to be their big boss at the end. They go from like locust to warrior to I think it's called flying Scarax and all that stuff. So Scarax definitely going to be a difficult faction to fight against in zone 2, and definitely going to be your main combatants in zone 2. And then probably a big friend that you can meet in zone 2 are going to be the Farons. So Farons were once enslaved by Scarax, and after they became enslaved, Gaia gave them freedom bracelets to remember that they are free now. And these bracelets have like the wind element, which also the element of wind means freedom in Hytale. So make sure you make friends with the Farons so you can hopefully take down these Scarax. By the way, Scarax live in ziggurats, and in the ziggurats there's the Sand Empress, which I'm not too sure what that is right now. In zone 3, we have the Outlanders, and honestly, the Outlanders are probably my favorite faction in Hytale just because they're so cool. Outlanders are a faction that worship death and all that, and dark magic. It's really cool how they work. I love how they're all they're literally basically all dead, but they're all achieving eternal life by using the magic that Varen possesses and all that stuff, and they worship Varen and they love Varen, and definitely going to be your biggest combatants in zone 3. And then also in zone 3 we have the Fawns, who, not too sure about this yet, but they could be a really good faction to you or a really bad faction to you. I think it all depends, because Yeah, fauns are in Roman nature spirits of the untamed woodlands in the Roman mythology. They belong to the god named Fauns to love, dance, and play the flute. They are more joyful and bangin. So they are a joyful. I'm not sure if Hytale's going to take the full definition of a faun from Google, but they can still maybe make something, maybe they can make like a mob just around that. And I read somewhere in the Hytale blog that the Outlanders they have walls trying to protect themselves from stuff. So I was wondering if they protect themselves from the fauns who try to take them down. You never know. And then Zone 4, we don't really have any mobs, but I want to talk about elves. Elves are another mysterious faction that we see in Hytale. We don't know much about them, but they could be a faction that you meet up in the game. I would say skeletons are a faction too. Skeletons, they range from Zone 1 to any other zone type of skeletons that there are. Then there's also going to be Clops. Clops are a cool faction. They're like the traders in the world. They're like a Minecraft villager, but they're called Clops in Hytale. If I missed any factions, just let me know in the comments down below. So next we're going to move on to bosses. Alright, so we're going to go through the bosses in Zone 1, 2, Zone 3, Zone 4, and then through other planets. So starting off in Zone 1, probably the first boss encounter you're going to meet is going to be Chieftain, the chief of the Torques. So Chieftain is a big red Torque who has a really cool sword, and he's probably going to be a nice beginner boss for you guys to fight. He'll probably drop some good loot and all that stuff, so you guys can use that to move on to the game to fight the next big boss in Zone 1, which I believe is going to be the Spider. And the Spider most likely going to be in Emerald Grove, which is probably going to be like the biggest spot into Zone 1 in Hytale. We didn't really get much information about it, but I'm believing that that's where like the biggest end of Zone 1 is going to be, heading into Zone 2. So the Void Spider, pretty ugly creature. It is a massive spider, probably under the control of Varen, and he's probably a really good boss to fight just to start in the beginning of the game. And it kind of reminds me of some spider boss from Ark Survival Evolved. I can't remember the name for it. I'll try to throw a picture on the screen right now. It's like this. It's like going through the caves in Ark Ragnarok, and you see all these bunch of different spiders and all that stuff. And I'm picturing it to look like that. I think that'll be a really cool fight to just start off your Hytale journey with. In Zone 2, I can only think of one boss. If you guys can think of another, just let me know. It's going to be the Broodmother. As you know, the Broodmother is basically the queen of the Saraks. So the Broodmother is this big, disgusting looking Sarak with a bunch of like egg sacs in her. And I'm guessing your whole job in Hytale is to stop her from just producing a crap ton of Saraks because, you know, they're bugs. Nobody likes bugs. So Zone 3, we have quite a few bosses. So I'm probably feeling one of them is going to be the Ice Dragon, unless you can take them on your side. But you'll probably have to fight the Ice Dragon to get him onto your side. I think that'll be a cool concept. After the Ice Dragon, we have the Yeti, who will be a really cool boss. As you can see in the trailer, you see him throwing snow, like just a whole block of just snow and dirt at the Hytale character riding the ram. I think he'll be a fun boss to fight. You can fight him with the fire sword. Maybe the fire sword does more damage than like a regular sword, obviously, because, you know, fire destroys ice. And then the last, maybe the Outlander Chief, or you can fight a faun. It really depends. I'm not sure how the game will work from there, but I think the Outlander Chief would be a really cool boss to fight if you have like a giant magic fight. So just say you wield a staff and he wields his like staff of undying, and then you have the fire staff, and then Outlanders they like water, so they use the water staff, and then you have a huge battle like that. I think maybe that'll be a really cool way to just end off the Zone 3 fighting the Outlander Chief. And then after that you can go into Zone 4. So then in Zone 4 I can only think of maybe like one boss, and it could be the Void Dragon. So you see in the trailer how the Void Dragon jumps on that building with like this fiery background look and everything. And I think that could be Zone 4, but I also could be mistaken because we don't know much about Zone 4. So Zone 4 is the Void Dragon, definitely going to be one of the more powerful bosses in Hytale. So you definitely don't want to get onto him. But another big boss you can probably fight in Zone 4 will be the Cave Rex, or any of the small little cave mobs that you can see in this little concept art. So the Cave Rex, definitely going to be a treat when you go into the bottom of the Zone 4 caves, probably protecting the most amount of loot. So if you guys have the balls to go down there, get ready to fight a T-Rex. So then we move on to one of the planets called Numdrazzle, and this is when Numdrazzle is corrupt and the Void is just taking over. There might be a boss battle between you and that golem protecting Numdrazzle. As you know, he has that purple sword stuck into his back, which is basically corrupting him from there. So if you fight this golem and then uncorrupt him, then you can save the elements in Hytale or something like that. And then last but not least, we have the big boss. I'm assuming on Planet Nexus or in Zone 4, we'll be able to fight Varen. As you guys know, Varen is the main boss in Hytale, and he's a cool looking boss. He's crazy, and if somehow just you yourself as a player can fight Varen by himself with whatever type of armor that you get from progressing in the game, that would be insane, and I would love to do a boss battle like that, and it would probably take me a long time. I 100% will do tutorials on how to kill every single boss, but other than that, I think that basically wraps up this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like giant concepts and everything like this, just make sure to hit that like button. It's definitely going to take me a long time to edit and upload this video because my Wi-Fi sucks. But other than that, guys, if you have enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.